You're watching South Asia Newsline and other top stories we are tracking for you on Friday, the 31st of October. India and US signed 10-year defense pact amid tariff turmoil. Operation Sindoor showed Pak handlers India's strength, asserts PM Modi. And Afghanistan and Pakistan agree to extend border ceasefire. And now for all the details. The United States and India on Friday signed a 10-year defense framework agreement, which US Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth hailed as a significant step after a meeting with India's Defense Minister Rajnath Singh on the sidelines of the ASEAN Defense Ministers meeting in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. The framework is considered a cornerstone for regional stability and deterrence, enhancing coordination, information sharing and technological cooperation between the two nations, Hegseth posted on X. Hegseth and Singh were meeting for the first time since the United States imposed tariffs of 50% on Indian goods in August as punishment for New Delhi's purchases of Russian oil. The tariffs had prompted India to pause purchases of US defense equipment, with the two sides expected to discuss a review of India's plans to buy the military hardware.
Express the gratitude to the Minister Singh, for his time, for the partnership we have with India. It's one of the most consequential, the US-Indian relationship in the world. And our strategic alignment is built on shared interests, on mutual trust, and a commitment to a secure and prosperous Indo-Pacific, which is precisely the conversation we had. It was the world's oldest democracy and the world's largest. And this new 10-year defense framework, which we signed, is ambitious. It's a significant step for our two militaries, a roadmap for deeper and even more meaningful collaboration ahead. It underscores America's long-term commitment to our shared security and our strong partnership between our countries. We have a major defense partnership that is ongoing and made even more powerful by this agreement. So, sir, thank you.
Oh, thank you
very much.
3 बार टेलीफोनिक वार्ता हमारी हो चुकी है और जब आपसे एडीएम के साइडलाइंस पर व्यक्तिगत रूप से मिलकर मुझे बेहद खुशी हुई है और इस अवसर पर डिफेंस फ्रेमवर्क की शाइनिंग मैं समझता हूं कि उसके परिणाम स्वरूप आज एक नए अध्याय का प्रारंभ होगा। इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ मैं पुनः आपको धन्यवाद देता हूं और मेरा पूरा विश्वास है कि आपकी लीडरशिप में भारत और यूएस के रिश्ते और अधिक मजबूत होंगे।
Meanwhile, during the ASEAN-India Defence Ministers meeting, Rajnath Singh reaffirmed India's commitment to a stronger, more stable partnership with ASEAN, emphasizing shared prosperity, maritime security, women's participation in UN peacekeeping, and enhanced defence cooperation in the Indo-Pacific. And on the occasion of National Unity Day, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi said Operation Sindoor proved India's ability to strike inside enemy territory, adding that India's response to threats today is bigger, stronger and more decisive than before and visible to the world. Speaking at the Statue of Unity dedicated to Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel in Gujarat, he said Operation Sindoor had sent a clear message that India can enter the enemy territory and strike. PM Modi concluded his speech by invoking Patel's message of unity through diversity. In a united India, diversity of ideas must be respected. There can be differences of opinion, but not differences of heart, he said. The National Unity Day has been observed every October 31st since 2014 to commemorate Patel's role in integrating India after independence.
पाकिस्तान और आतंक के आकाओं को भी पता चला है कि भारत की असली ताकत क्या है। ऑपरेशन सिंदूर में पूरी दुनिया ने देखा है, आज अगर कोई भारत पर आंख उठाता है तो भारत घर में घुसकर मारता है। हर बार भारत का जवाब पहले से बड़ा होता है, पहले से ज्यादा निर्णायक होता है।
And Afghanistan and Pakistan have agreed on the continuation of a ceasefire after talks in Istanbul with the mediation of Turkey and Qatar. A joint statement released by Turkish Foreign Ministry informed on Thursday. All parties have agreed on continuation of ceasefire, the statement read. The statement further added that further modalities of the implementation will be discussed and decided in a principal-level meeting in Istanbul on 6th of November. Confirming the development, Taliban spokesperson Zabiullah Mujahid on X said, the Istanbul negotiations, which were a complex process, concluded with the agreement that both sides will meet again and discuss the remaining issues. Tensions between the two countries began after an attack by Pakistan on Afghan territory. Pakistan has repeatedly urged the Taliban to prevent terror groups from using its soil against Pakistan, while the Taliban has denied the allegations from time to time. Following the October 11 incident, several more clashes occurred along the border. These developments prompted both countries to engage in dialogue in Doha, where they reached a temporary ceasefire and agreed to reconvene in Istanbul to establish mechanisms for lasting peace and stability. Moving on. Public anger in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir is mounting as residents accuse the administration of deep-rooted governance failures. A political analyst said years of neglect and weak institutions have created a vacuum that people are now challenging through street movements. You have a report.
Political analyst Raja Zahid Khan has described the situation in Pakistan-occupied Jammu Kashmir as a governance vacuum, saying weak leadership and institutional decay have alienated citizens. Commenting on the recent protests by the Joint Awami Action Committee, Khan noted successive governments have failed to meet people's basic needs in the occupied region. Economic distress, poor governance, and social inequality are driving public anger onto the streets.
सबका क्वेश्चन अगर हुकूमत होती अपोजिशन होती तो ये इतना बड़ा हमने इस तहरीक में काफी जाने गवा के जो हासिल किया ये शायद इसकी नौबत ही ना आती। इसका मतलब है कि आज भी गवर्नेंस इश्यूज हैं, हमने बहुत अचीवमेंट भी किए हैं डेवलपमेंट में, बहुत सारी चीजें भी हैं, लेकिन हम अवाम को सेटिस्फाई करने में नाकाम रहे, जिसकी वजह से अवाम का आउटबर्स्ट या गुस्सा जो है वो निकल के सामने आ रहा है और अब सामने ही नहीं आ रहा है, अब गली कुचों में आ रहा है, इजहार कर रहा है और बगैर पावर अवामी पावर से अपनी बातें मनवा रहा है.
Khan warned that the widening gap between the ruling elite and citizens has fueled disillusionment, giving rise to new movements like the Action Committee. People now trust those outside the system more than the system itself, he said.
इसलिए ये सिस्टम जब तक अपने आप को रेक्टिफाई नहीं करेगा, कुछ इसके अंदर हमें कुछ कॉस्मेटिक स्टेप भी बेशक लें या कंक्रीट स्टेप लें, दोनों स्टेप लेने पड़ेंगे कि जिससे गवर्नेंस इंप्रूव हो, क्योंकि लोग गवर्नेंस से तंग आ चुके हैं, अब लोगों की डिलीवरेंस मुश्किल होती जा रही है. आपको याद हो कि पिछले जब से तहरीक चली है, एक्शन कमेटी के जिम्मेदारान भी तवातर से जिले इंतजामिया को मुखातब करके बात कर रहे हैं, जबकि उनकी पोजीशन क्या होती है, वो एक सिस्टम के ताबे होते हैं.
Moving on. Sri Lanka's President Anura Dissanayake on Thursday launched an island-wide program aimed at ending the country's drug menace. Speaking at the event titled United as a Nation, National Drive, the president warned police officers reportedly involved in narcotics networks of tough action. Leave immediately, otherwise we'll remove you, President Dissanayake said. According to data published by the National Dangerous Drugs Control Board, Sri Lankan police made 228,450 drug-related arrests last year. Sri Lanka has been grappling with the menace of narcotics for many years. Youth, in particular, have been affected, making the drug problem a serious concern for parents across the country. The government aims to build awareness at the village level and is preparing to set up infrastructure to support and rehabilitate users in all districts, according to officials. India is once again welcoming its elegant winter visitors as flocks of flamingos are arriving in southern Tamil Nadu state and other parts of the country. With the onset of winter season, the migratory birds are usually spotted in India from October to March during their breeding cycle. In search of ideal breeding and feeding conditions, amid shifting temperatures and a changing climate, The distinctive long-necked pink birds have arrived in the brackish waters and salt pans of Thoothukudi. This annual migration offers a beautiful spectacle for tourist attraction. The migration includes birds from various parts of India and neighboring countries like Africa and the Middle East.
Actually, greater flamingos migrate to our places during the month of from October onwards. They'll be here till February or March. Every year this migration happens. They always prefer shallow water, so that'll be easy for them to find their food.
That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time next week. Have a great weekend. Good night.